Hello and welcome to the mykeadelic channel. I'm your host Mike, aka mykeadelic, coming to you live on I guess it's Sunday morning. It's New Year's Day, 1/1/23. Welcome to 2023, folks. Got some schmutz on my glasses. Welcome to 2023. This is my third time filming this video. The first two times I was filming at the studio. Now I'm here on a camping trip for New Year's, and I figured, beautiful, scenic. Woke up a little early, so I might as well get a little video shot in the great outdoors. Hopefully some nice Kristen Leo style, beautiful natural lighting and whatnot. We'll see how it turns out. So without any further ado, I'm going to get right into the subject matter. We're going to be talking about the top 10s of 2022. When I'm talking top 10s, I'm talking top 10s music, TV, and movies. We're going to start with the top 10s of music, then we'll move into TV, and we'll wrap it up with the movies. I don't want to spend too long talking about each selection because I already did that in the first two times I filmed this. So this time, basically going to say the names. I'll try to be as brief with my description as possible before I move along on to the next thing. Starting with music, number 10, we got my old band Low Ceilings with Catch the Apathy. My dear pal Ben has been embracing new production styles and electric guitar, which I really like to see. He was always playing acoustic when I was in the band, so yeah, really cool to hear the evolution. Catch the Apathy, Low Ceilings, check him out. Moving on, number 9, we're getting into Drain territory. We got Blade and Echo 2K with Crest. Excellent album, some hyperpop rap kind of bangers, really dank. Moving on, we got Back to Life, Tie Boy Digital, some more Drain Gang. This has like a bit more like love songs and kind of on this record, so interesting little turn of style, but still really good. And then number 7, we got Blade with Spider, some more Drain Gang, some more good stuff, some more kind of guitar-y stuff on there, which I really appreciated. Moving right along, number 6, we got Fear the Dawn, Jack White. Love me some Jack White. He also had another album, Entering Heaven Alive, which was good, but I really preferred Fear the Dawn. That's why Fear the Dawn has made it on the list. Entering Heaven Alive, I guess, gets an honorable mention. We love a double drop in the air. Sorry, I'm going to wipe a little sweat off my lip before we get into our number 5, top 5 music selections. Our number 5 music selection is Domi and JD Beck with Not Tight. They are a kind of future jazz duo. I don't even know how to describe them. They're absolutely phenomenal. Saw them live recently in Miami. Oh, also saw Jack White live. So yeah, we like to see live music, especially if they're really good live, which Domi and JD are, as is Jack White. So go check out these records and check out these bands if they're coming and touring near you. Number 4, we got Noskov with Is That Who You Really Are? Really slapping record, some more kind of hyper pop rap kind of stuff, really good. Poland, I think she's from Poland. Yeah, really cool. Moving right along, we got number 3, the one and only King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard with a whopping, I think, 5 albums this year. Made in Timeland, Omnium Gatherum, Ice Death Planets, Lungs, Mushrooms and Lava, Laminated Denim, and Changes. I can hear like a boat in the distance, but I'm just going to keep going. I apologize if it fucks up the sound. Number 2, we got Bat House with 20 Mule Team. Really awesome record, kind of embracing more dancey, electronic, modern stuff. Their first record's really good too. Their EP's really good, but yeah, this new album is really awesome. Check it out. And number 1, we got Dear Pal Winded with Schwartz Provides. This album came out this year, and yeah, when I heard it, blew my mind. Love Winded, love Thrin. We played a show together this year. They had an album release show, got to listen to the record, and yeah, it's just phenomenal. So, A1, Winded, Schwartz Provides, number 1 album of the year. Check it out. Moving right along, I'm going to take a sip of water. Also, I released an album, Another Life, mykeadelic. Check it out. I didn't rank it because I'm not so egotistical, but if you'd like to give it a listen, it's available on all streaming services and whatnot. I hope the lighting looks good. Almost certain my hair doesn't. We're going to get right into the television. So, top 10 TV. We're going to start with our honorable mentions. We got Inside Job Season 2. Shout out to our boy Bobby Lee. Kind of like a conspiracy theory adult animated show. Our Flag Means Death, like pirate show on HBO. Some queer stuff, fun stuff. And Wedding Season, which was on Hulu, but I think it's on like in the UK. It's on Disney Plus or something. Watched it because Rosa Salazar's in it. Fun tone, kind of like a rom-com action murder mystery. Not the greatest show, but certainly enjoyable, so check it out if you like that kind of stuff. Now we're just going to get right into the top 10, and I'm just going to rip right through. Will I have more in-depth thoughts? For some of these shows, I have more in-depth thoughts, but if you want to hear me talk more about them, let me know in the comments, and I'll make a more in-depth video. I hear a motorboat passing. Whatever. It's my third time filming. I might have to do it a fourth. Ha ha ha. I literally had to stop before because somebody had a leaf blower. We got some Sea-Doo riders going really slow as to be as loud as possible and take the most time possible, which we appreciate here on the mykeadelic channel. Take your time. I swear, if there's more sea-doos, I'm gonna lose my mind. Even a wave runner, I won't stand for it. I will not abide a wave runner or a sea-doo. Sorry about that, folks. Some constant disturbances here filming in public. I'm going to get back into my ranking. We were talking TV, we had our honorable mentions, Inside Job, Our Flag Means Death, Wedding Season, all good stuff. Now we're going to get into our top 10. Our number 10 show of the year is Wednesday. Good old Netflix show. Oh, I forgot to honorably mention Stranger Things. That had some good stuff too. It's not my favorite show, but when they deliver, the Kate Bush drop, they had some serious moments this year, so I have to mention them as well. Number 10, taking the cake, is going to be Wednesday because big fan of like Addams Family and stuff since I was a kid. Obviously, this show's a bit more of a teen drama. There's certain things, romance, kind of love triangle, and certain things I didn't love. But in general, the aesthetic, the sort of quips, and Luis Guzman and Fred Armisen, and of course Jenny Ortega killing it. I was down. Moving right along, so I'm not standing out here waiting for passerby to drive by all morning or all year, ha ha ha, because it's January 1st. Okay, I gotta make those cheesy jokes while I can. Moving right along, we got Barry Season 3. Good show. First two seasons I think were maybe a bit stronger, but it's so funny in hindsight. Sometimes I really like things a bit more. Cool show. Bill Hader's awesome. Been writing the crap out of this, taking it real seriously, kind of confronting a lot of mature themes with like death and coping with killing and the psychology of like someone being accepted because of their actions. Deep show, really cool. Check it out. Number 8, we got The Boys Season 3. This is another crazy show, crazy effects, great actors. Eric Kripke, the showrunner, worked on Supernatural, which I used to really like, so it was cool to see Jensen Ackles return because he was from Supernatural and he was in this season. Enjoyable show, super satirical, super funny, super crude, super lewd, and super fun. Check it out if you haven't seen it, The Boys. It's on Amazon, and it's ironic because they're like super satirical about corporate stuff and they're funded by Amazon. Such is life. Number 7, we get the Paramount Plus, another kind of ironic independent artist triumphing over corporate greed story coming from a giant corporation, Paramount. The Offer, a pretty good miniseries about the making of The Godfather, like The Godfather. My grandpa likes The Godfather, love independent film, and so seeing that artist struggle and success story was really cool. Number 6, we got Search Party Season 5. This show, if you haven't seen Search Party, is one of the greatest shows I've ever seen. It's one of HBO's finest. The pacing and everything is absolutely amazing. Oh, I forgot to mention Euphoria Season 2, whatever, that gets an honorable mention. Really good aesthetic. I liked Lexi's thing because as an artist and seeing people process things through art, I really appreciated that. Too many iffinesses to make it to the top 10. But Search Party, on the other hand, that show is just phenomenal. I really love the way it's done, really love the aesthetic, really love the humor, the pacing, everything. So check it out. Search Party, Season 5 was the last one, so go watch the whole thing. It's awesome. Next, we're getting into the top 5. Number 5, Only Murders in the Building. This is a Hulu show, a murder mystery. Really fun show. Steve Martin, Martin Short, Selena Gomez. Got a nice blend of old school, kind of like New York-y humor and new school podcasty, true crimey, pop culture-y stuff. Fun show. A little something for everybody. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Number 4, we got Reservation Dogs. This is an amazing show. It's hilarious. It's on Hulu. I think it's on FX. It's about kids on a Native American reservation or an Indian reservation. And yeah, it's just super enjoyable, kind of like coming of age with a little bit of this magical realism and kind of spiritual characters. And I'm literally getting goosebumps just thinking about the show. Just, that's all I have to say. Check it out, Reservation Dogs. That show is amazing and beautiful. Number 3, we got White Lotus Season 2. I already made a whole video about this, so I'm not going to talk about it, but really good show. White Lotus, another HBO classic. Number 2, we got Undone. This is an Amazon show. Season 2 came out this year. I watched Season 1 and Season 2 when I had COVID and absolutely adored it. It has one of my favorite actors these days, Rosa Salazar. She was in Brand New Cherry Flavor. When I saw her in that, I'm like, all right, I'll watch her in anything. That's why I watched Wedding Season. Yeah, she's amazing in Undone. She plays this character who's got cochlear implants and gets in a car accident and is going through kind of like schizophrenic or mental health episodes. And the style of the show is done this rotoscope animation, so it's like kind of half animated, half trippy, half realistic, half surreal. It's awesome. Just check it out. Undone. Really good show. And I think they're coming back for Season 3 in 2023, so we're very here for it. Finally, number 1 show of the year. It's got to be Atlanta. This show wrapped this year. Season 4 was the final season. Season 3 and 4 came out this year, which is pretty crazy. I can't even think of any other show that has had 2 seasons in the same year. Atlanta, phenomenal show. It's a work of art. That last episode just filled me right up and made me... I'll probably write a whole thing about it, but in the meantime, you can check out 9 Nerd Yards. He's got an amazing channel talking about Atlanta, breaking down the episodes and all the different meanings and stuff. The video on Trinity to the Bone is amazing. Yeah, check out 9 Nerd Yards. Probably the best Atlanta talk. There's another one too, but he's all the best Atlanta people he has like either featured or like yeah. So check out 9 Nerd Yards and you'll get clued in if you're trying to get into the Atlanta discourse verse. One more sweat wipe and we'll get into movies. Make sure there's not a fucking another boat or sea-doo coming by. Finally, we're going to talk about the top 10 movies of the year. We'll start with some honorable mentions. I'm just going to rip through these. Most of these I talked about in my What I Watched in November video, or I'll be talking about them in my What I Watched in December video, or I have a standalone video for them. So I won't be going super in depth. I'll just fly right through my honorable mentions. We got Bullet Train. There's a video. X, Pearl, Bodies, 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 which are all covered in my What I Watched in November video. We got Violent Night and Christmas, Bloody Christmas, and Clerks 3. Those are all covered on my Letterboxd. If you follow me on Letterboxd, got some quick little reviews if you want to know my thoughts on those. But they didn't make my top 10, so enough said. But there's some good ones, especially Christmas, Bloody Christmas. I really enjoyed. We'll just get right into the top 10. Starting with number 10. Wait, someone's dealing with a canoe or something. Starting with number 10, we got Jordan Peele's Nope. Now, I really enjoyed this movie when I first watched it, and being someone who really loves like David Lynch and experimental cinema, the intercutting between the different stories and stuff I thought was totally cool, totally made sense to me. It did maybe in hindsight feel like I've still only seen it once. I haven't felt compelled to really watch it again. It didn't like hit this place for me that super spectacle-y movies, because the whole thing is like this idea of a spectacle, and Jordan Peele saying it's a spectacle, and all the interviews and behind the scenes stuff. And our spectacle is going to be number 8. We'll get to spectacle very soon. Nope was a really good movie, really good themes. I do almost wish it was like split into 2 movies that could have been more focused on, or there's a little bit of a feeling of it's almost like Jordan Peele's too good at making movies because he needs to almost dumb it down a little more for the audience. I think that's what it is. Because it's like you're speaking this film language that's maybe just a little too sophisticated for the masses. I think that's what it is. And stuff like Get Out and Us, it kind of maybe had more of a balance. Get Out is still obviously sophisticated, but it's digestible. I don't know. I'm not going to make a whole video about that right now. But I did enjoy Nope. That's all I have to say. But it made it to number 10. Number 9, we're going to shout out our boy David Cronenberg with Crimes of the Future. Really cool to see a new film from him. Really cool to see the reception in today's modern climate and stuff. I was like kind of surprised because a lot of the times these like old white directors kind of get crucified. Luckily, David Cronenberg does not have his head up his ass, and so he was fairly rewarded by the discourse and the online community. I was pretty pleased with the reception to that film and how many people really like understood the themes and messages despite how disturbing and visceral the visuals are. And that's one of the reasons it didn't go super high, because I'm not going to rewatch this anytime soon because it's disgusting and disturbing, but I really loved it, so I had to mention it. I had to make the list. Number 8, we got RRR. Now this film is the spectacle of the year. If you haven't seen this is a Tollywood movie, not Bollywood, Tollywood. And this movie has everything. I'm getting destroyed by bugs right now, just so you know. This movie has everything. It's got action. Oh, what is it? Did I have a little fuzzy on my chin this whole time? Whatever. RRR is the movie of the year. The spectacle of the century. It's a Tollywood film. It's got action. It's got romance. It's got jungle animals. It's got songs. It's got dancing. It's got everything you could possibly put in a movie. This movie has it. Check it out. It's amazing. It's like long. It's one of the few movies that are worth the runtime. Next movie that's worth the runtime, my number 7 choice for top 10 movies of 2022, and that's Babylon. I really liked this film. I'm surprised I didn't make it higher on the list, but I really liked all these films, so it did make it. Especially the ending I really loved. I really, maybe should have put this higher, but whatever, we're locked into the list. Babylon. Someone said on Letterboxd something like it's like La La Land with more like bodily fluids or excrement, something like that. If you can't handle the first 10 or 15 minutes of the film, it's probably not for you, but if you can, it might be one of your favorites. If you like old Hollywood, if you like that kind of like how they made it thing, I found it really enjoyable. There's a boat passing. And the ending's like this experimental film thing, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, Babylon, I was a big fan. Really dark, fucked up movie, but it was like beautiful too. That message of like giving everything to be an artist and leave something behind that will outlast you. It was cool. Eternity, live forever. Moving right along, we got fellow YouTuber Haunted Hippie, aka Kylie, with Slappin', a short film called Somnum. It's the only short that made it on my list. This deals with sleep paralysis and stuff, and I've had some experience with sleep paralysis, so it really hit me. It had to make the list because there's really something about transcending the idea of having a group of however many people in a room, filming some stuff, putting some shit on the walls, renting some lights, having some cameras or whatever. When it transcends that and can become something else, can take you to a different world, can take you to that dream dimension with the sleep paralysis demon, there it's transcendent. That's exactly what it is. You're able to transcend reality and create a new reality. And that is, I mean, it's like Babylon. That's what we're all in it for, right? Really amazing. Short, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's here on YouTube. It's like maybe 7 minutes long. Somnum. Shout outs to Kylie for that slapper. Number 5, we got Barbarian, Zach Kreger. This was a crazy one because I watched Whitest Kids You Know in middle school and had kind of been following Zach Kreger's career. And so, of all the twists and turns in the plot and things, the twist and turn I did not expect was Zach Kreger making a movie that wasn't a comedy. And he did a really good job. Really excellent movie. Oh yeah, once again, Kylie, aka Hana Hippie, has a great video on this. So if you want to hear like an in-depth kind of breakdown of Barbarian and the production of it and how it was made and stuff, check that out because that was really enlightening. Moving on, number 4, we got Emily the Criminal. I got a video on this one. This movie's amazing. It's got Aubrey Plaza and this action thriller sort of criminal coming-of-age story. I really enjoyed it. It's really quick, really amazingly breakneck paced, great dialogue, great performances, super low key, but yeah, a little bit of that like uncut gems and anxiety inducing kind of like, ooh, I wouldn't make that decision if I were you kind of thing, but it's super fun to watch. Yeah, thrilling movie. Check out Emily the Criminal. I love it. And check out the review also I got on it. Next, we got Glass Onion. I got a whole video on Rian Johnson's filmography as well as a video on Glass Onion. So needless to say, I was a big fan. That made it all the way to number 3. Really great movie. I literally watched it again after I finished it because I was like, that was so enjoyable. I really like Knives Out, but personally, I'm almost surprised to say I think I like I think I like Glass Onion better because it kind of was a return to this more fun tone from Brothers Bloom and some of his earlier work, which I really like and miss, and so it was really cool to see. Let me just make sure this is still filming. Thank heavens. We're going to get into our top 2 movies of 2022, and then I'm going to wrap this up before anybody finds me. Number 2 movie of 2022. This is probably the number 1 horror movie of 2022. At least it is, according to the premier authority, or the eminent authority, whatever word you want to use. Once again, dear haunted hippie Kylie, no spoilers, I think it might be her only 5-star of the year. But number 1 horror movie, my number 2 movie of the year, Watcher. This movie's amazing. Not The Watcher, the TV show on Netflix. This is Watcher. It's on Shudder. It's this a lady who moves to Romania. She marries her husband. Micah Monroe is the actress. Chloe Okono is the director. This movie's amazing, chilling, disturbing in all the best ways. Yeah, if you haven't seen Watcher, if you're not on Shudder, get on Shudder, watch Watcher. It's phenomenal. I've literally been telling everybody to watch it. Boats and hoes. It's the male Mariah Carey, y'all. Give it up. Finally, I'm going to get into the number 1 film. Or my pick for the number 1 film of 2022. If you haven't guessed it already, it's the same number 1 film I think Thomas Flight picked on his channel, and it's Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's kind of the correct answer, if we're not just talking about a certain genre film. Everything Everywhere All at Once has a little bit of everything, kind of like something like RRR. But it has a more digestible runtime. We got someone in the background. If you haven't seen this movie, the effects, the creativity, the performances, the budget stretching, it's just a absolute work of art, an absolute masterpiece. The Daniels outdid themselves. Swiss Army Man was really cool, but this movie is just unfathomably enjoyable. And the kind of visual references, how they have these different universes that are kind of like an A24 world and In the Mood for Love world and all these different cinematic aesthetics, and the way they're able to jump in between them and have these matrix things and have this exposition and all this weird absurd stuff and make it all work without you having to question it or without having to have too much exposition dumpy boring stuff. The exposition was all like during something they were moving, he's explaining to Evelyn like what's happening. Yeah, I just really enjoyed that movie. And as someone who really enjoys like nonviolence and pacifism too, the something that didn't make my list, I talked about is Avatar: Way of Water, and I did enjoy that, and that was sure a spectacle. But for 3 hours, I didn't love watching Marines be military, militaristic, and watching the protagonist, who is this dude who's been living with these natives and absorbing this native culture and plugging into nature. You know what I mean? If you like, it's like I really think about this world, and I'm like, this dude who has become this blue dude and is now lives like has been living in this society where he's plugging into nature for like 10, 15 years or whatever. He still is super militant like a Marine. He hasn't like evolved his perspective to become more like the natives, to maybe become a bit more kind and loving. Like if Avatar: Way of Water ended like Everything Everywhere All at Once, not literally exactly like it, but with the idea of maybe peace and love and the plan, like if all the creatures in Avatar: Way of Water are connected to the planet, then wouldn't the planet help defend itself? Isn't it all part of the thing? Isn't it almost like if humans were trying to take over, they wouldn't stand a chance against the planet because the planet is all one united ecosystem? That's the kind of thing that doesn't make sense, where they have all this interconnected with nature stuff, and it's like, but still kill people. But, if they question, your way of life, then we'll kill them. Like, it's like, that's something I didn't love about Avatar, but something I really did love about Everything Everywhere All at Once. Because the end of that film, Evelyn is like solving all these problems with this like positive violence, problem solving, like kung fu. It's amazing. We got another boat going by. That's enough interruptions for this morning. I think I've been out here for a good hour or something, and I'm starting to sweat. I hope this is decent footage. Thanks for watching. I've been mykeadelic. I will continue to be mykeadelic in the future. I appreciate you watching. If you liked it, if you liked the video, hit like. If you want to stick around, hit subscribe. Finally broke 30. I got like 30 something subscribers. We're almost at 40. Let's get up to 100, get up to 1,000. Really excited. There's been a lot more activity and growth in the last month on the channel, so I'm really looking forward to the next year and seeing how much we can grow together out here on the internet, the great outdoors. Thanks for watching. Stick around, click around. Got plenty of videos, music videos, live videos. Got an experimental short film I just finished that I dropped the other day, 2 days ago, I guess now, called The Artist's Way. So check that out. That's all for today. Those are the top 10s of 2022. Welcome to 2023. Much to look forward to this year. No, get you later on down the trail. Ta-ta. Peace and love. Love ya. Peace. Happy days. Welcome to the new year. It's the way of the future. Okay. Ta-ta. I didn't do an accent. It's so difficult to try to do an accent quiet when there's like people here, and I'm like trying not to be this mysterious leprechaun in the bush. Oh, the pot of gold over the rainbow coming to get me. Alright, I'm being too goofy. I'm just having fun now. Thanks for watching. mykeadelic 2023. Let's go. Love ya. Peace.